Hello everybody and welcome back to Nancy Drew Mobile Mysteries Shadow Ranch. At the end of the previous video, Nancy captured the criminal. It sort of looked like this. I went over all the evidence and I figured out that the culprit who stole Mary Yazi's mask had to be this person. Mr. Delgado! Ha ha ha! I love this cow. Someday me and this cow are gonna get married. Well, good for them. It's nice to see a cow that can commit to a dedicated relationship. Yeah, that is exactly what happened. Except for the part about the cow. That was kind of strange. Anyway, back to the story already in progress. The miscreant merchant pushes on the side of a large pottery bin and unlocks a small space under the plant containing Mary's mask and Delgado's ghost costume. I'm sorry, Mary, Mr. Delgado apologizes, holding out the mask. It was too good of an opportunity to miss. These masks can be sold at very high prices. That's no excuse, Mary retorts, snatching the mask back. And I expect you to return the other by tomorrow. All the merchants thank Nancy, but Miss Nank saunters off to return with an abstract painting. This is for you, she says, handing it over to Nancy. Nancy thanks the merchant and eyes the small image full of greens and oranges. But what is it? A topiary, the woman replies. Mary also presents the girls with a gift from her store, an old framed photograph of some early settlers showing off their rifles. I bought this from the previous owner of Shadow Ranch, the woman explains. Thought you might like your own piece of the ranch's history. Thank you, Nancy says. It's wonderful. Bess stifles a yawn, to which Mary responds, I think it's been a long night for you two sleuths. It's time to hit the hay. The next morning, the girls gather their gifts, say their goodbyes, and head back to the ranch after George picks them up. As George pulls out onto the highway, Nancy and Bess fill her in on last night's adventure. They gave us such great gifts, too, Bess exclaims. Nancy chimes in, I'm not so sure about the painting, though. Okay, maybe not, Bess agrees. But look at this old photograph Mary gave Nancy. Isn't it interesting? George steals a quick look at the framed photo, then gasps as she sees a rabbit dash in front of the truck. She veers sharply, and the frame flies from Bess's hands and crashes to the floor of the truck. Well, it certainly looks interesting now, George jokes as Bess looks at the smashed frame in horror. That's why I always have you carry the unbreakables. Really? Is that true? Look, you two. Nancy points down at the painting's broken frame. I think there's something in the frame behind the painting. Nancy reaches down and carefully pulls a brittle-looking piece of parchment from the frame. Bess and George crane their necks as she slowly unravels the ancient-looking yellowed paper. It's a map! A treasure map! Or half of a map, at least, Bess says, pointing to the jagged tear that runs the length of the map. What does that writing say? Nancy holds the map up to the light and squints, trying to make out the tiny faded letters, trying to make sense of the tiny faded letters. I think it says, FH, when I said goodbye, time stopped, Nancy says. That's where it gets cut off. I wonder what it means. Bess and George give Nancy identical shrugs. I do know one thing, Nancy announces. If FH stands for Francis Humber, like I think it does, we've got to find the rest of this map. You think this is Dirk's map? Bess asks. It just might be. Bess's eyes grow wide with excitement. Dirk's treasure? Here we come! Will the girls unearth the fabled Valentine treasure? What dangers lurk on the path to the bandits' hidden lair? Could the long-lost loot save Shadow Ranch from the auction block? Discover the answers to these questions in the next chapter, The Lost Mine! And here's the painting. Yeah, that's a treasure map, all right. You recovered the stolen mask. What do you do next? Do you go to the next chapter, return to the table of contents, or race a bad guy on horseback? I mean, do you even have to ask? Of course I'm going to race the bad guy on horseback. What horse do I choose? Let's go with, Clyde. Dry place. Desert, 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 desert. Found on a gun. Trigger, trigger. Pull the trigger and the gun goes off. A corral is a place for horses. A noisy insect is a cricket. Well, I'm catching up to this person. Fool's gold. Don't know that. Reptile. Lizard. An animal. Don't know that. Person. Not sure I know that either. Sheriff's helper. Deputy. If I can't figure out the word within, like, 2 seconds, I give up. Because this is a speed challenge. I mean, come on, come on. Speed challenge. You have to go as quickly as possible. Oh, wait! Nancy is far in the lead. Alright. Cougar! Cougar. Baked vessel. Baked vessel. Interesting. I don't know what that could be. Good job! You outran the bad guy! And you know, I think I have some time left after defeating that bad guy. So let's unlock the collectibles here. Topiary. Oh my, a short word. Trio. Pair. Tray. Prey. And tapir, that weird sort of creature. It's isn't it a tapir? It's sort of like an elephant or a rhinoceros or something? I don't know. Seer. Tiger. And I'm stuck. Okay. Sears? No. This looks like it could be rather difficult here. No, wait a second. Siege. I knew it had to be something which had 2 E's in the, word. Let's go with, buckhorn chola. Oh, this is simple. Lots of letters. Horn. Buck. Corn. Luck. Alright. Really simple when you have a ton of letters to work with, especially when they're all different letters. Corn. We just had corn. That's pretty simple. Oh, we can't do carny because there's no Y. Well, the 6-letter word is obviously nation. Ratio? Yeah, there we go. Ratio and nation. Simple, simple, simple. Sopapillas. Sopa. Okay, well that's not really an English word. Pill. Sill. Pal. Hey, that works. Sal. Alright! Rhyming words for the win. That's a trick you can use with these puzzles. If you find a word which works, find a rhyme. Pants, paint. Wow, they just give that one to you, don't they? Okay, treasure map. More difficult. Maps. Taps. Okay, yes, once again, rhyming works. Oh, that's 6 letters. 6 letters, okay. So, no, not team. 6 letters, right. Pasture. No, not enough letters. Mature. Alright! Okay, so we unlocked all the collectibles, which gives us The story of the phony photographer. Let's see how long this story is. Red Knot? Hey, Red Knot's in this story. And it looks like it's sort of a long story about bird watching. Yeah, Red Knot was the bird watcher. Okay, so in the next video, we will read this story and solve the mystery.